Hey, I know no one's on here just yet because I'm just getting on, but welcome, kings and queens, to Plant Based with Nicole podcast. Today is episode 3, part 2 with Coach Robert Moore. Some of you guys might have watched our discussion last week, and I enjoyed his conversation so much, and I felt like we were cut short because I had to do something. I had an important workshop to attend, but we're going to go on part 2 today. And I know some of you guys will be joining in soon, so you probably didn't even hear all the things I just said, but that's okay. You'll see it later. Coach Robert Moore is the bomb, okay? He is the bomb. And you'll see once we start talking. But hey, Coach Robert. Hey, Three Blessings. He's been plant-based for 8 years. You know, he has a 90-day health and fitness program. He helps people over 35 get in the best shape of their lives, okay? If you need to lose weight, if you need to lose fat, hit him up. I would be hitting him up, but I ain't got no job. I don't have a job right now. I got laid off. But when I get a job, I'm going to have to hit him up because I need help. Obviously, I haven't been able to do what I need to do on my own. So I need a little bit of some accountability, okay? I'm older. Things aren't coming off the way they used to as easily, So, and I do eat a plant-based diet, but, I do also eat a lot of junk food. But I haven't in the last 40 days because I've been on a healing journey. So I haven't been eating any junk or processed foods. But anyway, sorry, I'm just rambling. But I'm going to review some of the stuff we talked about last week, and then we'll just jump in. I have a few more questions for him. And then you guys are welcome to ask questions in the comments, okay? So I'm going to bring him in, and then we'll get started. And I just want to say you all are blessed today and highly favored, okay? Don't let nothing or anyone steal your joy today, okay? Be thankful. All right, Coach. And I'm not wearing my sister's earrings today, if you guys are wondering. I did wear them the last few episodes. Okay, Coach, I invited you. And hey!
Peace, peace, peace. How are you today?
I love this is your, what do you call that? Your signature.
That's my interest. Yep, that's my interest. I'm just paying homage. I'm humbled to be in this space and help people live their best and healthiest lives. So I'm humbled that I get to do what I was called to do. So every time somebody listens to me talk, I feel good because it gets me one step closer to my mission. So
that's right. That's right. And I appreciate you because you got a lot of knowledge, and there's a lot of people that are benefiting, from listening to you. So one thing I want to say is I really love, and you saw my comment, but I really loved the self-love post that you posted. I don't remember what day that was, but okay, I want you to talk to everybody about what you said in that post. What is self-love?
Well, self-love means a lot of things to a lot of people, but self-love ultimately is taking care of your body. That's ultimately what self-love is. Taking care of your body, whether it means physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, everything that you want. That's what self-love is. And to me, the greatest form of self-love is feeding your body foods that keep it healthy. Why is that the ultimate to me? Because what you feed yourself is the beginning of everything. Everybody goes through self-care and self-love routines where they'll do the spa day, they'll do facials, they'll do hair, they'll do masks, they'll do nails, they'll do all these things. But if you change what you eat, you'll have to do less skin care, you'll have to do less hair care, you'll have to do less of those outside care things because what you're building your body with is already going to give you the best result. What do I mean by that? We are literally what we eat, meaning that our cells, we get brand new cells every single day. new cells for our eyes, our hair, our skin. Imagine your liver, kidneys, and there are times that they say that after so many years you have a whole new this or a new that. I don't have them memorized, so I'm not going to go into it. But the idea behind that is, what are those cells being made out of?
Wow.
Those
Yes.
cells are being made out of the nutrients that you put into your body.
Mm.
So do you want healthy cells or cells that are just, yeah? Because if you're eating nutrient-rich foods, that means that your cells have all of the building blocks to be the
Mm.
best version of themselves. In a minute, you're going to get me into epigenetics because that's how deep this can go. And for those who don't know, epigenetics are what our parents pass on to us in our DNA. And it says that certain things can be activated or not activated based on the environments that you're in. And the food that you eat creates an environment in your body. And it always circles back to cancer for me because that's what really led me down this journey. Everybody has cancer cells in their body. Cancer cells are nothing but a mutated cell. The body, every night, it goes through a cleansing process and decides, yep, this is a cell that needs to go. This is a healthy cell, it can stay. Well, if your body is so acidic or so mucus filled, it leaves an environment where that mutated cell can grow and grow and mutate and grow and mutate and grow and mutate, and that's how you end up with a cancer tumor.
Oh,
So,
I didn't know that. I didn't know everybody had cancer cells in their bodies.
well, and it's because cancer is nothing but a mutated cell that had the opportunity to grow into a tumor.
Wow.
But if your body's going through its healing process every day because you're eating nutrient-rich foods and you're getting enough sleep and your immune system is in good shape and form, it's going to get rid of those.
Okay.
That's why you see people who are diagnosed with cancer and change up how they're eating, change up their environment, change up their mindset, and they're able to reverse that diagnosis.
Oh, okay. That's deep. Y'all,
So
y'all pay attention.
to bring it back to, that's why for me, what you eat is the greatest form of self-love because you're telling your body, I value you. I
Hmm.
want you to be the best version of you. So I'm going to give you what you need to do that.
Amen. Nutrient rich foods. So get rid of the processed stuff. Get rid of the junk food. Okay. Every now and then. Okay. Can I have it like every,
Yeah,
at least
absolutely.
once a month? No.
So I don't believe in living in extremes. To tell you to never eat processed food would be an extreme
Yeah.
because we live in a modern society. We don't live on a farm. We don't live up in the boonies. We don't live in the mountains. We don't live on an island. We live in a modern society where processed foods are everywhere. I live by an 80-20. 80% whole food plant-based, 20% vegan junk food. I eat my ice cream. I eat my just
Yeah.
eggs. I drink my coconut milk. I'm not making coconut milk every day. I use coconut milk in my smoothies every single day. I'm not making
Not
that
junk
every single
food.
day. Do you
That's
know how
not
much
junk
time that would take? Now, there are healthier versions of these things, so you go
food.
that route. So just eggs, the healthier version of that is to make chickpea eggs.
Mhm.
However, I'm not the biggest fan of chickpea eggs, and it takes a little bit longer than what I have the time for. So when I want scrambled eggs or an egg substitute like that, I'm going with just eggs. Am I going to eat that every day of every week? Absolutely not.
That makes me feel better because right now I'm not eating any junk or anything just because I'm on a healing journey. But that's how I live, like 80% whole food, 20% junk food, processed foods. And I feel like it's a nice balance. It's not too extreme. It's very sustainable, and I can do it long term. So I like
Absolutely.
that I was going to ask you that later. I was just going to be like, do you ever eat any junk food? So I thank you for answering that and being honest and everything. Because nobody's perfect, right? And then I watch
Exactly.
a lot. But I do watch a lot of people on here. Most of them are raw. They don't ever eat junk food, and I'm like, why
And
not?
so that's a different lifestyle and that they've committed themselves to, and I applaud them because I have some people that I've become very close friends with that are like that. That's just not my lifestyle. That's not my ministry.
Yeah.
So it's good, and I recommend a raw lifestyle for anybody who has massive healing that they need to do. So
Yes.
each of these lifestyle has a sense and purpose. An alkaline lifestyle has a purpose. Dr. Sebi was right when he said that if your body is super acidic, you need to eat alkaline. However,
Yeah.
there's a point where eating just alkaline, you don't have to do it because you brought your body back into equilibrium, because you don't want an alkaline body, you want a pH balanced body. Because too much alkaline is a problem too.
Right. You have to have a little balance.
And that's why I believe in the 80-20, because most people say, oh, this lifestyle is restrictive, that's why they can't stay with it. Well, if you're eating 80-20, it's not restrictive, because if I go out with friends and we're at a restaurant and all they have is a Beyond Burger, I'm going to eat a Beyond Burger.
Right.
I'm going to take that time to enjoy with my friends and my family.
Right.
While sticking within the boundaries that I've set for what I'll put in my body.
Yeah. As opposed to talking about, just give me the lettuce and the tomato off the burger, and you know what I'm saying? It's not that deep, okay?
Right.
But anyway,
So,
all right.
So Tansley Clark said, what's 80-20? I believe in eating 80% whole food, plant-based, 20% vegan junk food. But
yeah.
I live 80-20 in my life. I 80% gentle parent my sons. I 20% parent my sons how I was raised. Good old fashioned. Hey, this is how it is. Because for me, it's my way of finding balance.
Yes.
When you eat whole food, plant-based, big facts. And so, like you said, like right now, you're not eating any of that junk food because you're going through a cleansing portion on your journey. So that's when you stop. When it's time to do some cleansing, when it's time to do some healing, when it's time to realign yourself. I stop eating junk food every 3 months when I do my cleanse, when I go through my detox program. Like,
Don't talk about that yet. Don't talk about that yet.
Yeah, so I'll just to introduce it. I'll be doing that when I come back from San Diego. Because I know I'm going to be eating a lot of I'm going to be eating a lot of rich vegan food and enjoying life. So it's going to be time to flush that out and reset and get truly ready for fourth quarter. Because I detox every quarter. But
okay,
I don't want to get too ahead of your question.
I want to get to that. I want to talk about that in a second. So I just wanted to recap you guys. Last week, we talked about a lot of things, but Coach Robert has a 90-day health and fitness program. And there's four components?
Four main components to it.
Four main components. One of them is he has a 90-day meal plan. He has a customizable, is that saying? I can't talk today.
Customizable
body weight workouts for you depending on your situation. Number 3, you can have access to him through his app, and he gives you accountability. He acknowledges your wins. Number 4, there's a weekly one-on-one strategy session. So you guys check him out. Go to his bio and check out his 90-day fitness program. There's 4 components, and I appreciate the fact that he holds you accountable and doesn't just give you the tools and just be like, all right, peace, I got my money. No, he continues, he coaches you, he talks to you, he allows you to have access to him if you have questions and stuff like that. So you guys check that out. And again, once I get a job, I'm going to be hitting him up because I need some help. Okay. Anyway, so he also, there's something I saw on one of your posts, and you talked about chronic fatigue, people just having low energy. And like, if you just make minor changes, just some small changes, you can see a difference. And one of them, and you can, if you want to talk a little bit more about them, but number 1 is eat nutrient-rich food, which is something that you preach a lot. Nutrient-rich food, people. Okay. Stay hydrated and get enough sleep. People don't realize how important sleep is. Like, getting 4 hours of sleep a night, that's not enough. Like, if you want to just talk about those 3 things, well, you already talked about the food, but maybe about the hydration and the sleep and how important that is, and helping you with your low energy.
So all 3 of them tie in. Most people don't eat enough nutrients for their body to actually function at a high capacity. So even though they've eaten food and they're full, their body is still looking for something.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are chronically dehydrated. And if you're dehydrated, that means that your body starts to shut down some of its function to get water and fluid where it is absolutely optimal. So right there, your body's starting to shut down because it's going to protect itself. Well, what does that mean for you? You have less energy. So if you hydrate properly by not just drinking water, but by eating, again, nutrient-rich foods, because you can eat your water. Watermelons, most citrus fruits, most of your dark leafy greens, these are going to have a high water content in them so that you hit your hydration goals, plus your nutrition, so that your body has what it needs to stay fueled. Sleep, most people are running off of 4 to 5 hours of sleep.
That's not enough.
It's not enough for your body to rest and repair. You need, 5 to 6 hours of REM sleep alone for your body to do what it's supposed to do. So if you're not getting enough sleep, you're basically, imagine you had a bank account and you keep taken out of that bank account. You're going to end up in the negative. That's why you end up at the end of the week or in the middle of the week with this time where you just got to take a nap. Like your body says, it's time to shut down. Because your body said, all right, yeah, I done gave you all you're going to give. It's time for me to call that bank.
Get enough sleep, people. It's important.
6 to 8 hours of sleep in order to get really and to get into a deep sleep. Cut off all electronics or all blue light at least 30 minutes to an hour before you lay down.
Oh, dang. No.
Have a nighttime routine where you get into a relaxed state, whether you use meditation, breathing, journaling, or just sitting and reading, a bath, whatever it is, and have a set bedtime every night.
That's good. My clock is all jacked up right now because I'm not working. I stay up later, I sleep in later, and I just can't wait to get back to a structured routine. But I am still getting my 8 hours though, okay?
There you go. There you go. As long as you're getting that 8 hours, that's what's most important. It's better if you can get it when you're in sync with the sun, but that's not for everybody. So that's the circadian rhythm. But again, there are so many levels to this that I don't want people to get caught up in what's the perfect or the right way. The perfect and the right way is the way that you can do it consistently. Right.
Exactly.
That's the perfect and right way.
Thank you for all that information. I hope you guys are taking notes. Okay, so let's get to this detox, okay? Because I know you have a 14-day detox program.
Yes.
Talk about how important it is to detox and what are some of the ways someone can detox.
Beautiful. So why is it important to detox? The first thing I will address is why most people say, well, the liver and the kidney already detox your body. True. That is what they are designed to do. But just like any machine, if you overwork it, it's going to need some help. It's going to break down. It's going to get clogged up. So imagine I want everybody to think about this. You are supposed to take your car for an oil change every 10 to 15,000 miles. Why is that? They put fresh oil in it. Well, yeah. That oil is getting used. It's burning. That filter is getting clogged and dirty. So the same way that your liver is a filter, your kidneys are a filter. If you overload them with toxins, guess what they're going to be? Overloaded, clogged, and dirty. So you need help to clean them out. That's why it's important, is because we live in a society where we are bombarded with toxins. The air we breathe, the water we drink and bathe in, especially if you're drinking tap water, but even if you're not and you're just taking a bath, our skin is our biggest organ, so some of those chemicals are still making it in. There are tons of pesticides and herbicides in the food, especially if you're not eating 100% organic. There's all of the preservatives that are in the processed foods, even if you only eat them in a small amount, i.e. 20%. So all of these things are an overload on your system. And especially if you've been eating meat and dairy and processed foods for the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years and never did this. So You have impacted feces. I'm not going to say you're walking around with 20 pounds of feces. I've looked for too many studies that say that it's not proven, so I can't say that. But there is such a thing. If you're going to the bathroom once every couple of days, that's chronic constipation.
Yeah, that's not good.
You should be going to the bathroom once a day, if not multiple times a day. And it should look like soft serve ice cream. Yes, we're adults. We're going to get a little bit nasty.
I call it a mountain. No place.
If that's not what your poop looks like, then if it's super watery, that means you're what is that? What is the other one? Diarrhea. That's that. If it's too watery, that's diarrhea. If it's super hard and it doesn't want to come out, that's constipation. That means that you're dehydrated and you have impacted feces. So, circle back. Nutrient-rich food and hydration are going to help that. That's why in the program you get a meal plan as well. But to backtrack, the herbs are designed to work with your body. 50 to 70 years ago, most of the medicines that we call medicines today did not exist. Most of those medicines are made up by taking chemicals out of these herbs and putting it into a pill form so that they can patent it. So why take a pill when you can go straight to the source, back to these healing medicinal herbs?
Is that what you provide in your program?
So the program is 14 days. It's 7 different herbal tea formulas, one for the kidney, one for the liver, one for the lungs, one for the large intestine, one for the lymphatic system, and then 2 whole body blends that are going to make sure that you focus on skin, blood, and everything in between. Along with that, you get a 14-day whole food plant-based meal plan that's going to help you reset your gut microbe, because that's a huge part of healing. If your gut microbe is off, that's why you end up with cravings. People with candida, yeast, stuff like that. That's all your gut microbe. And so these herbs are going to help purge parasites, all of that good stuff. Get all the poop, all of the waste, all of the mucus, all of the inflammation out of you, while replenishing the nutrients that you need, because these aren't just purgative herbs. They're diuretics, so it's going to help you get rid of extra fluid. They are some of the words are leaving me right now. Without looking at it, when it makes you expect that word, when it makes you spit up the mucus that's caught in your chest and in your lungs. That's part of the lung tea. And then on top of that, you're going to get instructional videos for deep breathing exercises and moving. In order to really work the lymphatic system, you need to move. The herbs are going to help things loosen up, and the diuretics are going to remove the fluid, but you still got to get that fluid moving. So the movement is helpful. And then the deep breathing exercises help you purify your lungs and your blood.
Wow. So this is what you're going to do when you come back from your trip?
Correct. And so I do it every 3 months. I do it every 3 or 4 months. I basically quarterly. That way, it's a reset going in. It's a great time to reset my mind, get rid of all the junk and all of that good stuff.
And you're doing it for 2 weeks?
Yes.
And are you going to the bathroom like all day? Is it that kind of
for me, it's not an all day thing. For those who have a lot more to do, it is. But I already go to the bathroom 2 to 3 times a day.
Me too. So
it's, for me, that portion is not really that extreme.
Yeah. Because your body's already on point with
exactly. That. For some people who aren't going like that, once they go through it, they're definitely going to see themselves going to the bathroom more frequently.
Okay. That's good. You guys check out his Detox. Is that also in the bio? It
is definitely in the link in my bio. And also, I am having a free masterclass this Saturday, just a quick plug. Click the link in the bio for that. And I have a special offer for those who attend.
Oh, okay. Masterclass. Is this an exercise class or?
Nope. It's a going plant-based. Going plant-based made simple masterclass. So it's a free masterclass, basically me giving everybody gems and jewels on why this lifestyle is the way that it is, why it works, what they can expect, and how to make it simple.
You guys, if you're interested in going plant-based, it's free.
And it's for the free $99.
Keyword free, y'all. So if you're interested in getting some tips and some knowledge on how to transition, you don't know what to do, Coach Robert got you.
That's
Okay.
it.
All
That's
right.
it.
Thank you. Okay.
There we go.
So let's talk about people who want to lose fat and weight. Now, I know a lot of people always want to go straight to cardio, walk. Mm, mm, mm. But tell them that you also need resistance. You need to be lifting weights as well. Tell them about the cardio versus resistance and why you need resistance in addition.
Thank you for bringing that up. So cardio's cool and all. Cardio's great for cardiovascular. So let's break down what cardio is. Cardio is short for cardiovascular, which means cardio is made to keep your heart and your cardiovascular system healthy. That's it. It is no more efficient or effective at burning calories than strength training. So an hour of cardio versus an hour of strength training, you're going to burn the same amount of calories. The key benefit is to strength training is you're going to burn calories for a little while longer afterwards, and you're building muscle during that, and muscle burns more calories overall, so it's going to help you increase your metabolism. Your metabolism, for those who don't know, is the rate at which you burn calories or burn energy. Because let's just break it down a little bit further. Calorie equals nothing but energy. That's all a calorie is energy. Whether it's a fat calorie, a carb calorie, or what is the other one? An amino acid or protein calorie. A calorie is a calorie is a calorie. It's just an expenditure of energy. Now, the body uses and prioritizes them differently, but a calorie is a calorie is a calorie.
Right.
Where was I going with that? You said cardio. Cardio meaning it's not just about calories out, calories in, or doing more cardio. And you don't just have to do weights for resistance training. I believe in body weight training. So you don't need heavy weights. You don't need a lot of equipment. All you need is resistance. Resistance training means that you are resisting a force, whether that force be from weight, whether it be from a suspension trainer, resistance bands, or your own body weight. Because with your own body weight, what you're resisting is gravity. So to circle back, to get back on, because I can go down the rabbit hole on this one. Cardio is cool and it is definitely needed, but it is needed in conjunction with strength training, because strength training is what you need to reach a weight loss or a fat loss goal overall, because you're training your body to build more muscle, which one is going to look leaner, and two, it's going to increase your metabolism, which means you're going to burn more calories, which means it's going to start to burn the fat for energy. And let's break this misnomer down. Fat does not turn into muscle. A fat cell is a fat cell, and a muscle cell is a muscle cell. That's like saying, I'm going to take an eye cell and turn it into a tongue cell. What will happen is the fat cells will decrease in size, and the muscle cells will increase in size. And that's why people who don't stick with the lifestyle or who do fad diets end up gaining the weight back, because the fat cells are still there. Muscle memory is a real thing.
Wow. You don't forget.
So that's why you have to make the lifestyle permanent and have to do a lifestyle change, not a diet change. But back to answer your question, that's why I promote strength training over cardio, but they're both needed because cardio is needed for overall health. But for weight loss, extra walking is not going to be beneficial. And the main reason why is it has diminishing returns. What do you mean by diminishing returns, Coach? Your body is very adaptive. And if you walk the same mile, your body gets used to walking that mile and it adapts to it. So it finds a way to burn less energy in doing that mile.
Uh-oh.
So that's why you say, oh, well, I've been walking 5 miles for the last 6 months. Why haven't I lost any weight? Because you've been walking 5 miles for the last 6 months. Did you increase the speed? Did you increase the distance? Did you increase
Yeah.
the elevation? You have to give the body variety or change
Change it up.
so that it doesn't adapt. You have to keep it guessing so that it's not like, okay, cool, we're used to this now, let's adapt and use less energy to do it. That's why even those classes where they do a lot of the jumping around and the moving and it's like a choreographed type of class, once you learn the choreography and you do that same class over and over again, diminishing returns because your body figures out the best way to do the move to conserve energy.
So how often should you change up your routine?
Well, that's why I believe in progressive strength training. Progressive strength training means that you don't have to change up the routine. I use a lot of the same movements, but I change either the angle, the number of repetitions I do, the degree of difficulty, meaning I make it harder where I have more of my body weight or less of my body weight, or I do it for a longer time, or time under tension. There are so many different ways that you can create variety within the same workout to keep your body adjusting.
Okay. Good to
So,
know.
but to undercomplicate it, because it sounds like I just made it real complicated. You can change up the variety by changing the rate of speed at which you can perform an exercise, or the amount of repetitions of that exercise you do.
Okay. Do you think Pilates is a good thing to do for?
Absolutely, Pilates is great because it's a strength training, and it brings again. Pilates is the strength training because you got to get into that pose and you got to activate those muscles to hold them. That's time under tension. That's one way that you use to grow muscles.
I like to do Pilates when I don't feel like doing weights and stuff. I do Pilates, and it's more low key and relaxed, but I'm still doing
You're still
something.
working out.
What
I've
they
learned
say?
some of what you're saying. I learned some of what you were saying when I first went on my weight loss journey. Beautiful. So that's just validation. I'm glad I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know a little something.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Because I was trying to think of where I had left off. But go ahead with your next question because I think I hit that topic.
So basically, y'all add resistance to your exercise routine. Don't just do cardio. Don't just walk. Don't just do the same things over and over. You got to change up some of the stuff if you
Exactly.
want to do it.
You have to do something that is going to add more muscle to you.
Hey, Hennessy.
And if
Yes.
you look at most of my reels, all of the reels that I have where I'm doing workouts, those are beginner exercises that anybody can do at home, even if you have injuries. Most of them can be modified.
Yeah. Oh, you guys, I got to do his what's it called? Carnival Fitness on
Oh,
Friday.
my Fun Fit Fridays. Yes, you were there. Now, I remember.
It
So
was
much happened in
fun.
that time.
I was like not liking you the next day because I was a little sore, but during
That's
I'm just
okay.
I still like you.
It's okay. That's the reality of it. I'm sore the next day after some of my workouts, especially when I do 2-a-days. Interesting, I lost
Yeah,
20 pounds by taking every time I took the meat out of my diet. That's what's up. Just by
yeah.
taking meat out of your diet. I have a homegirl who is down 100 pounds just by changing up how she eats. Just by removing
100 pounds.
100 pounds just by removing dairy and meat and processed
Wow.
foods and eating. And she's beginning it. She's a year into her vegan journey. So she's learning along the way. She started off eating a lot of processed foods. She's moved away from it, but 100 pounds.
I have to figure out something because you know how, like you said about the exercise, your body gets used to it. So I eat a plant-based diet, right? But I it doesn't just so I'm not a overweight person, but I
Right.
have a lot of fat that I didn't used to have, like on my back and stuff. And I have to, my body's so used to eating plant-based. I've been almost 12 years at the end of this month.
Whoa.
That it doesn't, yeah, 12 years. And it doesn't just come off just by eating. I don't know. I have to figure something out
So
because
that there's a couple things that go into that. The first thing that I would ask is how many calories are you eating a day? Meaning, are you eating enough calories? I don't ask
I'm
that to sit.
definitely eating enough.
Okay, because I don't ask that because
But
most people think when I ask that I'm asking are they eating too many calories? Well, eating too little is just as big of a problem too. So if that's
yeah,
not it, it can come down to your mix of what you're doing and how you're moving your body. Because if you still aren't,
no, I want to say something.
yeah, that's
For
what that's fine.
me, I know you're not a calorie counter person, and neither am I. But for me, I realized that before I could just eat clean, whole foods, and if I gained some weight, it would come off, right? Now, I personally have to burn more than I eat. And it doesn't mean I have to track calories per se. It just means I need to be burning more than I eat.
Yeah,
That's for me.
yeah,
Because there's days when I see when I start, if I start dropping something, it's because I'm staying, I guess my body's burning more, but those weekend comes and I eat more than I normally eat, and it might even be all whole foods, but it's just I'm eating more than I burned.
yeah.
That's when a pound or two will come back, and then I go through a phase and it ends up balancing out, and I don't get to my goal because I keep having that day or two where I eat more than I burn. So
Right.
that's just for me. I know that's my issue. So if I could just do what I do 5 days a week, do it 7 days a
7
week, I
days.
can finally get some progress here.
So
Because I'm
that's
like,
definitely a huge part of it, and I know you shared with me on the last live that you put some more years behind you. So that means that as we put those, as each year goes by, our body starts to slow down. Period.
yeah.
So that means our metabolism is slowing down as well. So
Mm-hmm.
we're going to gain a little bit, and you just have to make sure that you make those adjustments. Also, your
Okay.
hormones are different now, so you have to make sure that you're eating whole food plant based is not enough. Sometimes you have to look for those additional supplements to help
Mm-hmm.
make sure that your hormones are balancing. And you have to do the additional movement to really stay toned.
Yes. Amen. That's so
Because
true.
as we get older, we are even eating plant based, just getting older, we start to lose muscle mass. It is a part of aging.
Mm-hmm.
We're not getting old. We're just aging. It is a part of aging. We lose muscle mass and our metabolism slows down and our hormones get out of whack. That is the reality of putting years behind us.
Ah,
All of
man.
us. All of us. Me included, y'all.
I,
I'm not just talking. Now, I will say men are less susceptible to it than women are because of the huge way that your hormones fluctuate once you all hit that age, that perimenopause and menopausal age. So that is a huge thing to take into account that I recommend you all do some research about the hormones that are in your body. I had to
yeah.
go because 80% of my clients are women. I had to go back and do that research because I didn't know about estrogen and progesterone and all these other hormones that my body don't really put out like that. But as I was doing the research, I was like, gee, y'all really got it. It is a straight up balancing act within y'all body. So when they say hormones are going off all crazy, they mean it. All right.
Like, why we got to go through all this?
Who?
Purple Cheetah says, Purple
Because
Cheetah.
if men had to deal with all the hormones and feelings that women did, they think that the world is full of violence now.
It'd be off the chain. Woo, yeah. Purple Cheetah wants to know, how do you balance the hormones?
So it depends on where you are in your stage. It's eating foods and really doing the research to find out where you are and doing a hormone test to see what your balances are. I try not to give random advice without having a little bit more information. One of the
Yeah.
best pieces of advice I can give is see your primary care physician and get the test for your hormones. I have it in my notes somewhere. I forget what the name of it is. Don't get
Maybe you can inbox Coach Robert Moore and he can
yes,
get
and,
that
and
information to
inbox
you.
me so I can remember to look for my notes because I don't remember which book I wrote them in. So I found the notebook. So the hormones that you all are going to want to learn about: leptin,
Mm.
insulin, estrogen, cortisol, progesterone, ghrelin, testosterone, melatonin.
Wow.
Those are all of the hormones that affect your body. Most people don't realize that insulin is a hormone.
I didn't know that.
Again,
I'm learning a lot today.
this is where the public school system fails us. It doesn't truly teach us about our body. We get what, a few classes in biology? But this is the wealth right here, is learning our body. So as we put those years behind us, it's up to us to go out and find that information. So
Yeah.
some things, so to answer the sister's question, balance your hormones efficiently by getting enough sleep, getting enough exercise, taking care of your gut health. I always circle back to that. Your gut microbe dictates your hormones. Your gut is your second brain, some books will call it. It tells your body what your body needs, because your gut microbe is saying, hey, I need this, so generate this hormone. I need this, so generate that hormone.
Mm-hmm.
Healthy, make sure that you eat healthy fats, your almonds, avocados, hazelnuts, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, good sleep, laughing. Believe it or not. Yeah.
Yes, it's
And
good
then
for the soul.
there are tons of herbs depending on which hormone is out of balance, and that's kind of what I'm getting into these notes here. And I don't want to give out a bunch of random, but what I just gave now are the top things that anybody can do to balance out their hormones.
Thank
And
you for
then you can
answering.
use adaptogenic powders like maca powder, ashwagandha, lion's mane, what is that other one? And reishi mushroom. Those
Did
are
you say
all.
maca in that? Did you list maca? Okay.
Yeah.
I just bought some the other day. I bought some more actually. So
Okay.
I'm taking those, trying to get myself in order.
That's it. That's what's up. We have to. Ain't nobody else gonna do it for us.
I'm just curious to know. I'm gonna one more question. Well, one more question, and then I just want to give everybody your 5 pillars of health, and then we'll close it out.
Sure.
I'm just curious, like, what a sample day of eating looks like for you. Like, I know everybody eats something different every day, but give me like a sample day.
For me, I am. Depends on what's going on. Especially,
Okay, how about what did you eat? What did you eat yesterday?
So I won't do yesterday because I ate poorly yesterday, and so I am a bad example. I do not always eat, and this is me being fully transparent. I don't always eat like I need to because of how busy I get, and I don't always meal prep like I'm supposed. I don't follow my own advice all the time.
It's all
I
good.
do not. So that's part of the reason I haven't hit some of my fitness goals, is because I know I'm not eating enough. So a typical day for me, if I was eating like I'm supposed to eat when I'm following my meal plan, I have a smoothie. I have my key lime water for breakfast. Well, first thing when I wake up, that's always whether I'm on point or not on point. After that, I have my smoothie. My smoothie is typically a protein. I call it a protein smoothie because it has at least 20 grams of protein in it, between the hemp powder, the pea protein powder, and the pumpkin seeds. After that, I'll have either overnight oats or regular oatmeal, probably about 10 or 11 noon at the typically nowadays it's been around noon. Then around 1 or 2, I'll start snacking on some trail mix, dried fruit and nuts. Then it's time for lunch, which will probably be one of my big ass salads. And so I literally, if you look at my meal plan, it's called a big ass salad because it's a couple of different dark leafy greens. It's quinoa, it's chickpeas or black beans, it's peppers, onions, a bunch of avocado. It's a big salad. And then for dinner, it would be quinoa with curry, chickpea, and potatoes with a side salad.
That sounds hecka good.
That's a typical day of me eating when I am on point and I'm following a schedule. But because of entrepreneurship, single fatherhood, homeschooling, feeding the children what they want, things get a little out of
Your
whack.
content, putting out your content. You busy, but
Things get a little out of whack. However, when I am on point and I am truly committed to my fitness goals, see, my health and my fitness are two totally different things for me. So I eat to ensure that I am healthy, because right now at my weight that I am, I'm perfectly healthy and I look good. But my fitness goal is to reach 20 pounds heavier than what I am of pure muscle. And in order for me to do that, my eating has to be on point, because at that point it's strictly calories and nutrition.
Right.
However, I haven't prioritized that, because time with my boys and creating content and growing my business and serving my clients is my priority. So my fitness goals have kind of fallen down as far as on my priority list, because I'm healthy. I can still do what I need to from a priority standpoint. I can pull myself up. I can push myself up. I can lift both my kids up. I can run with both my children. I can do what I need to survive. And so that's why, for me, I love bodyweight fitness, because it's all about being practical. Because there are a lot of huge muscular guys who can't do a pull-up, who can't pull their body up. If they were hanging off the side of a balcony, they couldn't pull themselves up. If Walking Dead came to life today and they had to run hard for 2-3 miles, forget that, or even 100 yards, might not make it. So those are the things that are important to me, are those health standards. Can I push my own body weight? Can I lift my own body weight? Can I do the things that are supportive for my family? Somebody asked a question in the comment about protein. What is your protein? So I don't focus on proteins. I focus on foods that have the 9 essential amino acids that my body don't produce. And why do you say that? Because everybody asks, why do I say that? Because your body doesn't need protein. Your body needs amino acids.
Yes. Thank you for saying that. That's the most important.
There are 21 amino acids. There are 20 amino acids. Your body makes 11 of them. That's why they're called, the amino acids that you hear about all the time are called the 9 essential, because those are the only amino acids that your body does not produce. So where do I get those from? A whole food, plant-based. Nuts, seeds, beans, legumes, lentils, broccoli, kale, spinach. Most every plant-based food has some form of amino acid in it. Your grains, your ancient grains, quinoa is a great source of amino acids. It has all 9 amino acids. Because most people think that quinoa is a grain. Quinoa is actually not a grain. Quinoa is a seed. That's why you can sprout quinoa.
Yep. I always talk about that too. It's about the amino acids. That's most important. Where do you see that question? I didn't even see that question.
Oh, I was going back through. Somebody had peeked in, but as somebody went through, I was trying to go back through them a little bit. So if you all have any questions, throw them in the question box so that they don't get lost. If you ask a question, throw it in the question box so Nicole can see it and she can ask me for you. Because unless you got to run, I got a few more minutes to answer some questions.
Yeah, I have some time. Do you guys have any more questions? If so, go ahead and ask them now. I do want to kind of bring up what he ended our last session with. He has 5 pillars of health. And he says, living healthy is simple, okay? Y'all make it difficult, but it's actually simple. And those simple 5 pillars are: eat nutrient-rich food, drink half of your body weight of water a day, okay? Get enough sleep,
In ounces. Half your body weight in water in ounces. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you need to drink 50 ounces.
Right, exactly. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. He talked about this earlier, 6 to 8 hours. Move your body daily and make sure you're doing resistance training with that movement. Find a healthy way to manage your stress. He says you can meditate, you can do yoga, pray. I'm gonna add that one. So those are some of the things he left us with in our last session. Do you have another Something else you want to leave us with for this session? Something different?
Sure. Let me think of that, because those five pillars of health are it. I mean, there are definitely other things you can do to ensure you have good health. Get out and get your sun every day. Get your vitamin D. Make sure that you're getting, especially for us vegans and plant-based people, make sure you're supplementing your vitamin B12 if you're not taking sea moss or spirulina or drinking coconut milk that's fortified with vitamin B12. So that's what I'll leave you with. So everybody asks me about supplements and multivitamins. I don't believe in multivitamins because I don't know what they got the source of the vitamin from, and oftentimes a specific vitamin could be overdosed or underdosed, and oftentimes they have too many vitamins in them at once because your body can't absorb certain vitamins at the same time. So that's why I don't take multivitamins. As far as other supplements go, why supplement when you can just eat a variety of foods to get what you need? The only supplements that I recommend anybody to take are if you live in a place where you can't get enough sun, like my up north folks. I'm sorry for y'all, especially this time of year. Go find you a quality vitamin D. Go find you a quality B12, because B12 is not really in a whole lot of stuff unless you get your spirulina, unless you get foods that are fortified with it. Those are the only two that I recommend anybody supplement, unless they have some severe issues that really address it. The one thing that I will recommend they never supplement is iron, because the iron that are in those tablets does not have the bioavailability that you need. Just go eat more dang on broccoli.
I heard that.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
No. So I was just saying. So yeah. So that's what I'll leave you all with is, don't go to the medicine cabinet. Go to the fresh food section in your grocery store.
Amen. Amen. I have a question in my question box. I didn't even know about this question box. This thing just popped up. I never had this before. Miss Fit Journey says, I've been eating plant-based for 4 years now. How would I know if I'm eating enough calories?
Are you tired all the time? Are you losing hair? Are you having skin issues? If you don't have any of those things, you're probably eating enough calories.
Right. I
know.
So
I'll follow that up with what are your goals? Are you just looking to be healthy? Are you on a weight loss journey? That would be a more specific question to ask, or I should say a follow-up question to give you a more specific answer.
Okay.
Is what's your health and fitness goal? Because that's going to determine whether or not you're eating enough calories.
Right. She also wants to know, she said, I have a low white blood cell. What can I do to bring it on level or above level?
With that, I would have to look into my research. So send me a DM so I can give you a correct answer and not just spew something off the top of my head.
I appreciate you for saying that, instead of just trying to act like you know everything, right?
We have
to go research and look at our notes.
I am a proponent of knowing what I know and knowing what I don't, and I know a lot on paper because I take notes, but I don't memorize all of this stuff. Right. That's what notes are for. So sometimes before I do a live on a specific topic, I'll review my notes so that it's more fresh in my head. I'm 40 years old. I'm not trying to memorize stuff no more.
Okay. I heard that. That's how I feel too. Sometimes I'll put content out there. But if you were to ask me, I might forget. I got to go back and look at what we don't memorize everything.
No, but so look at your time. And I learned this by looking at other professionals. Lawyers are not paid because they know all of case law. They don't memorize case law. Lawyers are paid because they know where to find the case law that they're looking for your case to get you the answer. That's why you pay a good attorney. You don't pay a good attorney because he knows all the case law. You pay a good attorney because he knows where to find the case law that's going to get your ass off.
Okay. Exactly.
or out of your situation, whatever that is. And so that's how I approach my health business. I know what I know, and I know where to find the right information.
Amen. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you. You so honest and transparent. It's just I love it. Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Ray Folsom. Ray Folsom says, "Good afternoon. I like you live a pretty busy life. I was looking at your detox package yesterday. Is that a good place for a beginner to start?"
Absolutely. The reason why it's a good place to start is because it's going to give you a clean slate. The detox program is going to clean out the crap while replenishing the nutrients. And because it comes with a 14-day meal plan, it's a great introduction into a plant-based lifestyle without a bunch of crazy stuff. And then from there, you can see how your body begins to react and decide on whether or not you want to stick with the lifestyle or to slowly incorporate some of those old foods back to see how your body reacts. So you can see which are the foods that are really throwing you off.
Good. That's good. Okay, I'm going to ask these two last questions and then we'll bring it to a close.
Okay, sounds good. Because I can talk all day.
You said what?
I said because I can talk all day most of the time. I think I got a coaching call today at 8:30. So now I got to go do some schoolwork with the kids. They ain't done no homework today.
Purple Dreams for me asked in the question box, if you drink tea several times a day, does that count as water or do you have to drink more water?
That does count as water. However, I would say to ensure that you're still eating foods that have a high water content with it as well, because water by itself is cleansing. Mm-hmm. It's slightly hydrating, but water doesn't have any nutrient value to it. It doesn't. Water is a cleansing and purifying thing. It has no nutrient value whatsoever. So it is hydrating, and that's why drinking tea is good, because at least you're getting the nutrients, the herbal portions of that in the tea. Also, eating foods that are high in water content would be the other side of that. So yes, drinking tea is good. Drink a little bit of water just to have that purity, that purifying effect. But yes.
Yeah. Okay. And Neela _473 says, can 3 liters of water a day be too much to drink?
See, here we go, folks, with these liters. How much is a liter? How many?
A liter, isn't that, don't give me that.
How many liters is in a gallon? No, 3 liters is not enough.
I thought 1 liter is...
3.7 liters is 1 gallon. No, that's not too much. When I'm on my game, I drink a gallon of water a day, and I'm 130 pounds.
You weigh how much?
I'm 130 pounds.
Wow, I miss weight. That's why I want to get back.
Don't do that, because this is a battle for me. So I naturally fluctuate between 125 and 130. If I'm not eating like I'm supposed to and I'm not focusing on my fitness, that's what I fluctuate in between. Mm-hmm. So don't do that. So for me to get to what most people say, most people think I weigh more than because I carry, I guess my cuts make me look bigger, but yeah, no, I want to be, the weight that most people think I am normally is what I want to be. So be comfortable. No, you don't want to be this. You don't want to be this light, because now you got all the thin jokes and all you skinny. You know what I'm saying? You weigh this much, you know what I'm saying, with combat boots on and weights in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? You weigh this much for soaking wet. Yeah, I was a skinny kid. I heard them all. So
people are so cruel. Boys.
Yeah, when I graduated high school, I still weighed 119 pounds.
I was 120 in high school. Man.
Yeah, when I graduated high school, I was 119 pounds.
I can't weigh that now. I would look really not healthy if I weighed 120. But last question, Liz Max, sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Where do we go to find the right health information for health? And thank you for the info.
The right health information for health. That is a loaded question in my opinion, only because what's right for you may be not right for somebody else. So I say take in the information and what resonates with you, apply it, and if it works, because this lifestyle is an ebb and flow. I've done things that I no longer do, and I do things that I didn't do before because I learned more or I changed my perspective. So there is no right way. Find what works for you by looking at the information. So for me, books and YouTube University.
That is a go-to for me too. YouTube has been my school.
And
I've learned so much from YouTube and people who eat the way I eat. And yeah, you can go to YouTube and go to the library, honey.
And the filter that I look at that information through is, did they cite research when they were talking?
Mm-hmm.
Did it make common sense? And is their message consistent?
Yeah. Those are definitely things you want to pay attention to. Last thing, Hennessy says, so I bet you're just like me and you can still wear the same clothes from back then if you have them.
I could. I definitely could. Well, I wouldn't anymore because back then, you know what I'm saying, I came up in the 90s and early 2000s, so everything was baggy and big. So, yeah, nah, I ain't going back there. You know what I'm saying? Everything's got to fit now. We in grown man status.
Okay. Well, oh my gosh, thank you guys. Thank you so much, Coach Robert. Once again, I enjoy speaking to you. You're just so amazing. That's all I can say.
Give thanks. I'm so humbled. I so appreciate you again for opening this space to allow us to have this conversation so other people can hear how easy this lifestyle is and the benefits that it can have to improve their health, their quality of life, and break the generational curse of passing on bad eating habits to the people that look up to them. So thank you.
Amen. You guys make sure you go follow Coach Robert more. Also go to his bio to check out all his links to see about his 90-day program, to see about his detoxing program. And are you having your Fun Fitness Friday again?
Yes, every Friday up until actually this Friday and next. Is there one next Friday? No, there isn't one next Friday because San Diego's next weekend. Woohoo! So this is the last Friday.
So this is last Friday.
This is the last Friday. So I'm announcing it here. Nobody else knows yet. This is the last Friday for Fun Fit Fridays. It's been a fun run. It's actually just going to change to a different day.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to join again. That was fun. You guys join us. It's free, right?
Absolutely. So fitness class on Fridays is free. The master class this Saturday is free. Click the link in the bio to sign up for either. And if you are local here in sunny South Florida, I have a free fitness class on Sunday morning out at Fort Lauderdale Riverwalk by the History Museum. Come join me. I don't know if I'm going to go live again because I listened to music and it was annoying that the live kept cutting me off. So I don't know if I'll do it live over Instagram again. But if you're down here, come join me. Yes.
You guys follow Coach Robert, follow me. If you're interested in my YouTube channel, that's in my link.
Yes. And no. We're not going to say it like that. Now, if you're interested, go click the link in the bio to watch the replay of this, as well as all of the other interviews and podcasts that she's done, because she's an amazing interviewer.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, my season 1 is on my YouTube. I don't have season 1 on my Instagram, so go click.
So if you want that exclusive content, click the link in the bio.
Click the link in the bio. Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all your wonderful questions and participating. Coach, thank you again. You're wonderful. I just learned so much these last 2 interviews I've done with you, and I appreciate you, and I just commend you for all the things you do.
Give thanks. So cool.
And I'll see you on the gram.
Till next time, y'all. Live healthy. Peace.
Yes. Peace. Bye, everybody.